All right, before I start what I have to say, I want you to do something with me that is really significant for the campesinos. It's called el aplauso del campesino, the campesino clap. And what it is we're going to start clapping slowly and start in a unison. Hold on. In a unison, and everyone will hear their own clap, and we all clap at the same time, faster and faster, and we get loud. And if you can say it, you say, sí se puede, all right? So, here we go, and. ¡Sí se puede! So, for me to explain what the community radio vision is, I need to explain two different events. First, I would like to take you to a school board meeting that happened 3 months ago. So let's picture ourselves watching this meeting being held in their opening hearing for the parents to come and take a civic action. Everything is in English. PECUN, Pineros y Campesinos Unidos del Noroeste, Tree Planners and Farm Workers United of the Northwest, being a nonprofit organization, takes the lead on leading the parents of the Latino community to take action and understand their rights as citizens and how to better the resources for the children with bilingual, bicultural teachers that can better communicate, explore, and harvest the minds of the children. With loyalty and knowing that something important was about to happen, the parents, they were there, and they were able to make an opinion, but they couldn't. The main reason was because they couldn't understand the language of powerful politicians that were using a lot of complicated technical words. The parents, which the majority were mothers, felt intimidated to speak up and show their support. This is a barrier that might seem hard to do, but it is easier than what you think. Communication is a powerful tool. Because we haven't understood until now how the power of such a tool can bring change to our today's world. The options are endless. Now, I want you to come with me to another place in another event that happened last April in a town where about 50% of the population is Latino and only 10% of them can vote. Try to imagine Woodburn, Oregon. Crops left and right, driving on Highway 99, going north, cruising in a town where you will start seeing signs, Restaurante Mexicano, Pozole, Champurrado, Tamales, Casa Imports. In a town where until now, there have been 2 commercials, AM radio stations, and one that has dominated the Spanish language broadcasting in the Woodburn area. La Campeona, one of the AM radio stations, allowed Ramon Ramirez, president of PECUN, to have some hours in the air 3 times a week. His motive was to motivate, educate, and better explain their rights. And as Ramon is doing this, in the same month, in April, every organizer and activist from Portland all the way to Eugene were preparing for La Huelga, the boycott on May 1st. And as maybe some of you felt the whiplash of the boycott of not going to work, not going shopping, and not going to school was our way of protesting. And as Ramon is doing this, on the same month in April, I am sure that most of you, whether you heard or saw, people were coming out to the rallies and protest. People around the area reacted to the words of Ramon Ramirez that were over the airwaves and participated in a rally that PECUN organized in front of the capital of Oregon. This event confirms how effective can be the power of communication when radio is used to organize and to educate. After the strike, the commercial station cut Ramon's program, cold. They went back to the normal commercial programming, and yes, the boycott made them afraid of what could happen. This shows us 2 things. First, that the people of today are hungry to learn and understand labor movement, political struggles, community movement, and media movement. Secondly, we'll learn how hard it will be to organize people by radio when you don't own your own radio station. So we built one. I can tell you right now that to make this happen and years of waiting, it went from months of preparing and collecting everything we needed to assemble our radio station, all the way to the opportunity to pull the mast where our antenna was mounted on, and yelling, "Sí se puede, sí se puede, sí se puede," in those first moments of broadcasting for our radio station. That radio station got assembled in 1 weekend, 3 days. I have to say that this kind of feeling, it can only be touched by doing such a thing, by building your own radio station. If you want to build your own radio station, well, on spring, FCC will open a window on applications to get a radio license, a non-commercial, full-power radio station. And this window could be the last one for the next 20 years or so. So at our radio station, people reacted. They interacted with the radio station. They are doing things that they couldn't done before. Also, the indigenous people from Oaxaca that now live in our area come to a radio station and they feel free to speak their native language, Zapoteco, Alto, Bajo, Triqui, Nahuatl. You know, being there and listening to them express themselves in their own language, their culture, their way of life, is such a gratifying feeling that I hope that someday all of you get a chance to feel it too. Now, I want to take you back to the school district meeting that I started with, and I want you to imagine every parent showing up to the next school board meeting with little radios in the ears with a translation system somewhere in the room, coming in with their a paper with vital information about the meeting, having heard different programming from our radio station, explaining those technical words that powerful politicians like to use all the time. Today, the parents won't just go to support us, but to speak for the children's future. It might seem small, but not to me. It is huge. Seeing the parents speaking up for the children's education is a motivation that helps me to believe in the movement, justice, democracy, well-being, family, culture, and community. This is a school without walls, where you can teach anyone that can hear you. You can show them how to hold the power of the voices and help us build a stronger and better community. An amazing picture. I mean, we can see it. Today, we can see it. Everyone in this huge room can see it too. So, achieving visions like this are the seed of what kind of change we can do as organizations and citizens of this land. The fact that KPCN LP 96.3 FM, Radio Movimiento, La Voz del Pueblo, is changing how we see ourselves and how others see us as a bigger presence and force to change. Thank you very much. ¡Sí se puede!